Okay, Algebra 1, this is your second semester review, Part 1. Looking at number 1, by the way, take really good notes on this review because I'm going to let you use the review when you take your semester exam. Not going to let you use everything else in your notebook, just the semester review. So if there's formulas or anything like that, be sure and write them on this review. Looking at number 1, solve by substitution. When you're substituting, you need a letter by itself. Our y is by itself. So everything else is going to go into the other equation where the y is. So this becomes 2x minus 9 times 6x minus 42 equals 14. So 2x minus, you got to distribute your 9. 9 times 6 is 54x. Negative 9 times negative 42. Negative 9 times negative 42 is going to give you a positive 378. So plus 378 equals 14. 2x minus 54x will combine and give you negative 52x plus 378 equals 14. Bring your 378 over and subtract. So we've got 14 minus 378, which is negative 364. So negative 52x equals negative 364. You're going to divide by negative 52. And you're going to get x is equal to 7. Don't forget, when there's two equations and two letters, there are two answers. This 7 has to come back in for x. Y is equal to 6 times 7 minus 42. You would just punch that in your calculator. 6 times 7 minus 42, and you get y is equal to 0, so that is your other answer. All right, number 2 wants you to solve by elimination. When you're solving by elimination, you got to make something cancel. The 7 and the 3 are not set up very good, but the 10 and the negative 2, if I will take everything in the second equation and multiply it by 5, then these are going to cancel. So 7x plus 10y equals negative 13 stays the same. Every single thing in the second equation gets multiplied by 5. So that becomes 15x minus 10y is equal to 35. So you can draw a line and combine. 7x and 15x gives you 22x. The y's cancel. Equals negative 13 plus 35. So you've got negative 13 plus 35 is 22. Divide both sides by 22 and you get x is equal to 1. Don't forget, you have to put that back into either of the original problems and solve for y. I'm going to go for the first problem, and it's going to become 7 times 1 plus 10y is equal to negative 13. So 7 plus 10y is equal to negative 13. Bring your 7 over and subtract it. 10y is equal to negative 20. Divide by 10. Y is equal to negative 2. There's your second answer. Number 3 wants you to solve by graphing. So what this means is that you're going to put it in y equal, and you're going to do second calc 5. So go to your calculator, go to y equal, clear it out. And the first one is going to be x minus 3. And the other one is negative x plus 5. And we're going to go second, calc, 5, let it draw. Enter, enter, enter. And it's 4 comma 1. X equal 4, y equal 1, or you can say 4 comma 1. I don't care. Now remember, if you do this and at second calc 5 you get an error, it means you need to change your zoom. You need to zoom out. Okay, moving to number 4, they want you to solve and graph. You have to start by getting x by itself. So I'm going to bring the 4 over and subtract. So negative 3x is greater than negative 9. I don't want a negative in front of the x, so I'm going to change every sign, including the symbol. So positive 3x, flip the arrow, so it's now less than positive 9. I need to divide both sides by 3, so x is less than 3. To graph it, you come over here and put a 3. It is an open circle because there is no line. okay? If you had a line, it would be a solid circle. If you don't have a line, it's an open circle. And since x is at the beginning, you shade the way the arrow points. Arrow points to the left, so I shade to the left. Going to the next page. When you are multiplying, you have to add your exponents. So my base is x. I have 2 plus 4 plus 1, because even though that x does not have an exponent, it's like x to the first. So 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 7, and that is your answer. Number 6, x to the 0. You need to remember that anything to the 0 power equals 1. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's 5 to the 0, 100 to the 0, x to the 0, a to the 0. They're all equal to 1. Number 7, when you have a fraction or a division, you are going to subtract your exponents. So 6 minus 2 is 4, and this is x to the 4th. When you have a power to a power, you're going to multiply your exponents. So 3 times 5 is 15. Number 9, you are distributing. You've got to take your x and multiply it times everything in the second one. X times x is x squared. X times 3 is a positive 3x, so plus 3x. Then you distribute your negative 5 to everything in the other one. So negative 5 times x is minus 5x. And negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. The 2 in the middle should always combine on these problems. So bring down your x squared. Okay, 3x minus 5x. 3 minus 5 is negative 2, so it's minus 2x. You do not change the exponent here. The only time the exponent changes is if you are multiplying. And then bring down your minus 15, and that's your answer. Looking at number 10, that squared means there's 2 of them, and so just rewrite it. 2x plus 3 again. Then it works just like number 9. Take your 2x times both parts. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times 3 is plus 6x. Now take your 3. 3 times 2x is plus 6x, and 3 times 3 is plus 9. The 2 in the middle should combine, so it becomes 4x squared. 6 plus 6 is 12, so plus 12x plus 9. That's your answer. Now, don't make number 11 harder than it is, because you're used to all this multiplying. The only thing between them is a plus. This means the parentheses do nothing, and you just look for your like terms. 3x squared, 5x squared. We have a 2x, we have a 7x. We have a 5, and we have a 1. So 3x squared plus 5x squared, 3 plus 5 is 8x squared. Negative 2x plus negative 7x, negative 2 plus negative 7 in your calculator, minus 9x. And then 5 plus 1 is 6, so plus 6. Do not make that hard and try to do lots of multiplying. Okay, going to the next page. 7x plus 49. When you're factoring it, you're breaking down. You see what you can pull out. Well, 7 and 49 will both divide by 7, so I'm going to pull out a 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1x, plus 49 divided by 7 is 7. There's your answer. When you factor by grouping, this is where you cut it in half and then pull things out. 15 and 3 both divide by 3. They both have an a, so I'm pulling a 3 and an a out. 15 divided by 3 is 5. A and a goes away. Minus 3 divided by 3 is 1. The a goes away, and the b stays here. Plus, looking at the last two, they both divide by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so that's a b. And then minus 20 divided by 4 is 5. Notice that we have 5 minus b and we have b minus 5. They're complete opposites. To fix this, you start in the middle and you change every sign. So this is now a minus, this is a negative, and this is a plus. So 3a minus 4, you took what was on the outside, put it together. That's one part. And then 5 minus b. Number 14 wants you to factor. You're going to look at the number at the end and find the factors of 14. 1 and 14, 2 and 7. Just kind of have to do trial and error. Signs are going to be different because that's a minus and the big one is negative. So come over here and make your big ones negative and your little ones positive. They have to equal negative 5, so I'm going to use 2 and negative 7. So it becomes x plus 2 and x minus 7. Number 15 is what we call difference of squares, and so you got to find the square root. The square root of 81 is 9. So this is going to be m plus 9 and m minus 9. All right, looking at number 16. These both divide by 4, and they both have an x, and so I pull that out. 4 divided by 4 is 1. X squared, taking x away, leaves you x. Plus 12 divided by 4 is 3. Your x cancels. Now we're actually going to solve it, so you're going to take each part and set it equal to 0 and solve. So 4x is equal to 0, and x plus 3 is equal to 0. We're going to divide by 4 on this one and get x equals 0. That's one of my answers. We're going to bring the 3 over and subtract it and get x equals negative 3. That is the other answer. Do not make 17 harder than it is. They've already factored it for you, so all you got to do is make your equations. 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, and x plus 6 is equal to 0. So we're going to add the 5. So that gives you 2x is equal to 5. We're going to divide by 2. X is equal to 2.5. You can use your calculator. We're going to subtract our 6, and so x is equal to negative 6. And those are your answers. All right, use the following function for 18 through 24. We have y equal x squared minus 4x minus 5. Your quadratic term is the part that has x squared. Your linear term is the part that has x, and your constant is the number by itself. So for here, your quadratic term is x squared. Your linear term is negative 4x. Notice we had to use the sign. And your constant is negative 5. We also had to use our sign there. They want to know, does it open up or down? So let's go to y equal, clear everything out, and put this in. We have x squared minus 4x minus 5, and just go zoom 6. Make yourself a note over here. Zoom 6. And just look at your graph. Okay, does it open up or down? The open side is up, so it opens up. To find your vertex, you're going to go second, calc, and either max or min. Don't forget, you can be taking notes about this. Second, calc, this one opens up, therefore it is a minimum, so number 3. You got to get before that low spot, which it is, enter. Go to the right until you get past that low spot, enter, enter. And it's a point. It's going to be 2, negative 9. 2, negative 9. Axis of symmetry is always x equal, and it's whatever the x of your vertex was, so it's 2. And then we've really actually already answered this one. It was a low point at the bottom, therefore it was a minimum. Okay, I'm going to stop this video and I'll make another video to finish the review.